All right, big bad Danny Broadhurst, we're live, bro.
All right.
So yesterday, well, the whole weekend was the Arnold Classic,
Yep.
and it was I loved the show. I mean, it was I personally there was only 9 guys, but all 9 were like quality,
Yeah.
you
No.
know,
Yeah, everybody's in really good condition.
and I just it was, and you saw some new guys in there in the mix and everything, and I liked it a lot.
Yep.
But like any other show, there was some controversial decisions, you know.
Yeah. I mean, you want to just go into the placings straight away?
Yeah, well, before we go into the placings, the first thing I want to say is why would you give the most muscular pose and the best poser award, most muscular award and best poser award to the 2 guys that won? Like it's like they didn't win enough money. You want to give them more?
But still, a lot of times, to be fair, a lot of times that has been out of those, like out of the winner or out, like top. Has been like third place or
Yeah,
whatever.
but I mean, like Samson Dowd is a great poser. Give him the best poser award, and most muscular give it to like Steve Kuklo or some shit or
That,
fucking
I
because
don't know. Pretty good.
what's
No,
it?
I think honestly, they probably would have given it to Kuklo, but Kuklo came in a little bit more tight this year, and like definitely he looked great from the front, but like you could definitely tell from the back that it
Yeah,
like a little bit.
yeah.
Uh,
Once you put him up against uh, the William Bonac's and the Brandon Curry's and then you could see from the back anyway. Then you see the difference.
well, I don't. I think like last year he came in a lot bigger. Like he was
He
like
did.
last year or something.
He was what?
He said this year that he was just going to come really conditioned. So I think it made him lose like a lot of volume in his back.
Yeah, I think so too. Is he still
But
working with what's the girl's name? Gina something or other?
still working with her. I think he is. I think he has been a long time. But
Yeah, yeah. Well, the big surprise was that Brandon Curry, William Bonac was working
with Chad, yeah,
with Chad Nichols. That was a big surprise.
yeah,
And,
weeks it said too.
say that again.
Only 6 weeks or 6 or 7 weeks, I think he said.
Yeah, he could
Yeah,
probably base it, and it fucking showed, man. It
it
showed.
it definitely showed.
Yeah. So Brandon wins, and Bonac comes in second, and I think pretty much everybody across the board thinks that Bonac should have won.
Yeah, it's hard to say, because I can see the argument for Brandon
Mm-hmm.
with like he's taller and not as blocky and it seems like that's what they, especially Arnold too. Like if you notice in the commentating, the guys were all saying that they would give it to Bonac, and
Mm-hmm.
Arnold like was staying quiet. Uh,
Good
from what
point. Yeah.
I don't, and I think he just has kind of the more classic structure with the big, upper body and the silhouette, front double biceps. Like, I mean, the front double bicep definitely beat Bonac's, and that's that and front relax the first 2 poses. Those probably beat Bonac, I would say. So I mean, Bonac would have him from the back, but I think you could make an.
And the side shots too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, the side shots. Yeah, yeah, I agree.
The side
But
shot. I mean,
yeah,
because Bonac has that side leg that was just
yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
But you know what? You make a good point because I'm a friend of mine who was at the arm wrestling
Mm-hmm.
and Jason Ciardi, and he really did really good. He came in fifth in his weight class at the Arnold, which is really damn good.
Yeah.
And he was basically saying that the Arnold has no partners anymore. Arnold Schwarzenegger owns the entire thing. So it sounds like to me that he kind of calls the shots now.
Yeah. Huh.
And if he doesn't like a specific division, as we've seen with 212 and women's bodybuilding and women's physique, that he just gets rid of it.
Yeah.
So you might be onto something because I also did one time interview Jose Raymond,
Mm-hmm.
and Jose Raymond, I forgot what year it was, competed in the Arnold Classic 212. I think it was the final year they had it or something like that. I don't remember.
Oh yeah.
And Hide got the win.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, Hide got the win, and
yeah.
And Jose Raymond actually saw Arnold send one of his cronies down to the judges table.
Yeah.
And because everybody thought Jose should have won that year,
Yeah.
and so you might be onto something there, dude. Because
sport, it's just it's like what you like. I mean, and I like freaks, but I mean, a lot of people don't like the freaks, and I mean, not that Brandon's not a freak, but like Bonak's like really, really freaky. He's so important.
Dude, as far as I'm concerned, Bonak should have won. I mean, I went back and looked at it after we were texting each other.
Yeah.
And when you told me that, I went back and looked at it. I was like, yeah. I was like, because what happened was you texted me,
mm-hmm.
and then I put on RX Muscle because they were reviewing it with King Kamali and
I watched like 10 minutes of that, but
when they showed the pics, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Dude, his most muscular was insane.
Man. I know. He really brought his legs back. Yeah, I mean,
and his rear double bi was.
Yeah, always his back poses are always.
I was like, yeah, man, he should have took it. The other thing that blew me away was Justin Rodriguez. In prejudging, it was like this huge wow factor. There's another thing that you told me to go back and look at, and when I went back and looked at it, you were right, and I was like, wow, he did slip big time. I don't know what he did in 24 hours.
He must have drinking some water or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
He got a lot softer. Like I think he must have had something with water in it, or maybe been drinking water, or I don't know, or maybe he, who knows? Maybe he was cramping, and they were like, "Shit, you got to just drink some water." Something must have happened because he came the second day. He was like really watery, and then Samson came really hard. So I think that's what nailed it for him.
Yeah, definitely. And what a lot of people don't know is that the Arnold is. They judge it 50% on one night, 50% on the second night. It doesn't.
Well, I think the posing routine's a quarter too, so I think it's a quarter.
Oh yeah, that's right.
A quarter finals and then a quarter posing.
Yeah, you're right about that. So maybe Curry was Curry a better poser? I don't know.
A third. No, definitely not. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Bonak's posing is pretty crazy.
Oh, all right. Yeah. But William Bonak is a tremendous bodybuilder. There's nothing. There's no way to argue it. The guy is a tremendous bodybuilder. He's almost when he comes on, he's almost flawless. Like he's almost unbeatable. Like last night, he was almost unbeatable. Personally, from what I don't know much about him, but just the interviews and things and Instagram stuff. Oh God, he just bitches all the time. Do you remember he started off with? Like Louis Marco. Remember back a few years ago?
Yeah, I remember Louis Marco. Yeah, oh yeah, I remember that.
He walked up to him at the expo, and he's like, "Keep your name out of keep my name out of your mouth." And
Louis Marco is kind of goofy.
Yeah, but Louis Marco was doing some like shit like we're doing right now,
Yeah.
Only on a grander scale, right?
Yeah.
And then he has that problem with Neil Hill. And then,
I remember that. Yeah.
And then he goes on Instagram and he posts this whole thing about how Neil is fucking him, and then last night, I don't know if you saw the interview with Fuad, or Fuad's interviewing him backstage.
Yeah.
He was praising Chad so much it was almost like giving the finger to Neil Hill.
You think that's what it was?
Yeah, he was dude. He was like, I finally have a coach that understands me.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
But I didn't. That's not what I thought when I saw it. But yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. It's like
honestly, it saved his ass, dude, because he was good with Neil, and now had Chad from again. So he clearly needed somebody to be on him. Yeah. Like maybe he was second guessing himself, or who knows what he was doing. But
listen, dude, when you have to go up against the best guys in the world, you need somebody there that knows what they're doing.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially, and that's why I kind of like, why did Nick Walker pick this guy as a trainer who nobody knows?
Right.
I didn't know. I mean, the guy might be great. The guy Dominic something or other. The guy might be great. Don't get me wrong, but
man, I don't think it's rocket science. I think the bottom line is that, like, at that level, you kind of start to second guess yourself. Like, I know William was just coaching himself.
Yeah. You're right.
And so, I mean, as long as the person has some experience, he's been a competitor. The guy who's coaching Nick.
Yeah. It's just if I was in Nick's shoes, I would have picked somebody who's had guys in the top 5 Olympia, the Acetos.
The whole reason was I mean, who are you going to find that has guys who were in the top 5 who doesn't coach guys? That was the whole reason that he left Matt, because he was like, I want to be your only client. Yeah. He was like, I don't want you to coach Brett. I don't want you.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So, all right. So I don't know if that's a good idea or not. We'll see what happens.
Crazy. I think that's crazy. I mean,
yeah. How can you tell somebody
he's so gifted and he's so young? Like, I don't think anyone that Jansen's coaching can hold a candle to him. You know.
Yeah.
I don't think he had anything to worry about. You know. So it's like, I don't get why he.
Yeah, me neither. I don't understand.
But I mean, you know, that's his.
To each his own. I mean, we saw. Yeah. And it, you know, we see that with Max Charles and when he left Milos, you know, York trainer Milos.
Yeah,
big difference now, man. Max can't get out of his own way now, you know, where he was breaking the top 5, top 3 in pro shows. Now he's coming in dead last, well, almost dead last. The Brazilian guy came in last, right?
Yeah, apparently he likes junk food.
Okay. All right. Well, then go find a different career. I don't know what to tell you then.
No, he said that it works well for his body, I guess.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Yeah. It doesn't. No. All right. So Steve Kukla comes in third. Great physique, but he came in a little bit too lean. I think if he would have.
Yeah, it's like that guy, man. He comes in like huge, and then he comes in lean, and it's like he's damned if he doesn't, damned if he doesn't. I mean, what the hell is he supposed to do?
Yeah, I was doing a live stream with another friend of mine, and he was talking to a pro bodybuilder. I don't know, he wouldn't give up his name, and he was calling Steve Kukla Steve Almost.
Yeah,
he almost wins all the time.
Yeah, you know? I feel bad for the guy. You know, I mean,
yeah, me too.
But
yeah,
he's like 6'2". I mean, he's a big guy, really big guy.
Yeah, he's kind of, you know what he was like? You know what he's like? He's kind of like Dennis Wolf. Remember if Dennis you know, he would flatten out. And
I don't know. I mean, yeah, Dennis Wolf had like everything though. I mean, like
Dennis Wolf.
His back was killer. Like Steve lost like in the back lat spread. That was like when I saw that was like a really, really not great pose for him. With all the size he lost, it seemed like from coming in leaner, you could really see it. Yeah.
He's somebody that could probably do well if he goes with Chad or a or a Chad or Hanny. No, right? Hanny, remember?
Yeah.
Who am I? Is that who I'm thinking of? Probably. I don't know.
Even Milos. I mean, you know, anybody can throw a lot of food at him. I mean.
Yeah, that's right. And then fourth was Samson, and deservedly so. You could have made an argument for third, really.
Yeah.
When he came back at night, when he came back the next day, he looked phenomenal.
I know, he was really dry, man.
Yeah, he was dry and he was full, and every shot he hit, he was popping. Even his rear double by that is not his strongest one was popping. I was like,
yeah, he looked like a flex wheeler kind of. I mean, he's really, really round. Yeah.
You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of a Sean Roden 2012-ish.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah.
Where everybody was like, "Oh man, if this guy just puts 10 pounds on, he could be Mr. Olympia."
Yeah.
You know, and then that happened.
Yeah.
You know, and he works with Milos too, right?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks phenomenal. I had the pleasure of interviewing a wellness girl today from the UK, and she said she actually witnessed him working out, and she said in real life he's just massive, this massive human being, you know.
Tall,
yeah. Tall and wide and tremendous body, but like, you know, he's flaring quads and these huge shoulders and round muscle bellies. The guy looks just phenomenal. He really does.
Yeah. I mean, anybody over 6 foot in person, like that's a bodybuilder, is usually like really impressive to see in person. And
yes, if you could fill out that frame, absolutely. Well, how tall are you?
5'10".
So you're almost there. How much do you weigh now? You look like you're taking up 2 screens right now.
275, 280.
Damn. All right. And is that the as much as you're gonna gain, or are you gonna
300 probably? I mean, because we have till late August, so.
Right. So you're trying to get to 300. Damn. That's.
Yeah. Just the appetite's, you know, kind of the hardest part. But for me, I'm not a big eater, so I really have to force food. So, but.
Yeah, it's not it's rough. But you know what you got? You know what? You're not very showy on Instagram. Like you put your workouts, but you're always covered.
Yeah.
You should put one where like you just scare everybody and take your shirt off at the gym or something like that.
Walk into the gym. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll try that. Yeah.
Yeah, because to me, like I like the freaks too, man. I always like the freaks, and I remember every year I used to go, not every year, but a lot of times when I was younger, I used to go to the Bev Francis the show in the Atlantic States. I used to go because they always had the Mr. Olympia 1 and 2 guest posing.
Yeah,
and it was always Ronnie and Flex, and they would be on their off season, and they would come out. And Ronnie would be fucking ginormous.
I bet.
And it was just, I don't know. I always like those guys that are so massive. I've always so impressed by,
Yeah.
What's this? Ask Danny if he needs a CPAP during that.
Yeah. Hold on. Want to see?
Really? Oh shit! Really? Is it? Oh my god! That you got to use one of those things.
Oh yeah, I was just taking a nap, man.
Oh man.
Oh, I tell you, man. If I don't have, I've used this thing since I was 23, and really? if this thing like shuts off, or like the power goes out, or like I'm immediately, even sometimes when it's on and I'm sleeping in a weird position, like I'm dreaming like I'm suffocating.
Jesus
and then I wake up and I'm like, shit, like, oh man, I was, suffocating. But yeah, before I had it, like, there's no way I could sleep without it.
Wow.
And like I've just started getting into like this kind of prepping thing. I'm like getting paranoid about the world.
Holy shit.
And I'm like, shit, if the power ever grid goes out, what am I going to do to sleep? Because
fuck,
I'm screwed. Yeah. I'm going to get like a generator or something.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to have to worry about that, dude.
Yeah, no, obviously I know
that. Yeah, that's so funny. I never used one of those things. I don't know if they.
If you have sleep apnea, it's
okay.
Yeah, sleep apnea will mess you up, man. My training partner has it and he doesn't use it. And we were staying with him me and my girlfriend were staying with him in the hotel room at the Nationals, and his snoring is like, if you don't have it, you snore loud, and it's scary because you can hear the person like stop breathing. And
I think my wife needs it.
Yeah, you should get it one. Give you some peace.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have a problem sleeping. It's one thing, A lot of times I sleep too much.
Oh, I don't have a problem either. Yeah. 14 hours.
Especially on like a Sunday where I'm not working, because most of the time I work on a Saturday, and on a Sunday I'm not working. Like I didn't get to the gym till like 10 o'clock this morning, and I was like, I really could have got there. Or I get up every day at 5 o'clock. I was like, why couldn't I get there earlier?
Yeah.
So, all right. So we had Dowda comes in.
Did we go over Justin?
Well, yeah.
Justin, we said he slipped. Gotcha. Yeah.
Justin comes in fifth. It's so funny because the Justin at the prejudging was the best Justin I've ever seen in my life.
I know it was.
His rear double bi was naughty and just detailed, and with the small waist, and his and his legs were like, my biggest criticism on Justin is like he has big legs, but they're not separated.
Yeah.
And they were separated. And I was like, whoa, whatever this guy did, he made massive improvements. And then the next day, it was like Justin from last year. It's like, fuck, what happened?
Yeah, it's crazy in one day how that can.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know what he ate or drank or whatever. Like you said, he might have had to drink more water. Who knows? But he's kicking himself, whatever he's doing, man.
Yeah.
Because not two placings is a lot of money you lost too.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a lot of, you think about that, man. Think about you just lost like 50 or 70 grand, like that. I'm like, that would piss me off more than anything else.
And it's going from your best look to like, an average look. It's like,
man,
I look the best I've ever looked. Like I should have gotten rewarded,
Yeah, right.
And it's like, any of those shows like the Olympia, that's 2 days. It's like, you almost want to come in better the second day.
Yeah, you would think so, right? Or,
I mean, it seems like that's what the judges want, and that's what you walk away with the win if you come in better. I mean, any of the good, like Phil Heath always was a second day.
That's right. They used to call him Mr. Saturday
Yeah,
Night, right?
yeah,
You know, it's so funny. You know, your body is so susceptible, it's so sensitive at that point,
yeah.
that the smallest thing could change things like that. It's unreal. So okay, so now we get into the disappointments, if you will. If number 6 at the Arnold is a disappointment, so we have Brett Wilkin that comes in 6th, right?
Yeah, I mean that's good for him, man. I mean he's really new, and I mean he went from classic physique to bodybuilding in like a year and put on all that size. So
Do you think he just got big too fast?
no, I mean I thought he wasn't big enough. I mean, and he was kind of he looked like just not big enough to me, honestly. I mean, what did you think he came in 6 for?
I don't know. It looked like you know, King Kamali said this on RX Muscle, and I have to
Mhm.
agree with him. When I look at Brett, it looks like a guy who got big too fast. He doesn't seem to have that mature, hard, grainy muscle that's well developed yet.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you
There was
know,
not as much separation, that's for sure.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
and you know, I think last year we were all spoiled with a Nick Walker. You
Yeah.
know, a guy like Nick Walker comes around once in a generation. I mean, the
Mhm.
last guy to do what he did as first year pro was like who, Flex Wheeler or something like that. You
Yeah.
know, you know, and I think we were thinking Brett might do the same thing,
Yeah.
especially
We were. Everyone was. Yeah.
yeah, especially being that Matt Jensen was his trainer. You know,
Yeah.
but Nick is a special bodybuilder. He is not a normal bodybuilder. He is
Well, he's been doing it for a long time too.
yeah, but he's only was he 20? How old is he?
I think
27, 20,
28,
27, 28.
something like that.
Yeah, and you know, so I think you get a little spoiled and you expect the same results from a guy like Brett. And another thing is too, I mean, I fall susceptible to this too. When I see guys on Instagram by themselves,
Hmm.
you're like, wow, they look great. And then you put them on
Yeah.
stage next to the best guys in the world, and you're like, well, okay, now I
Yeah.
see the difference.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know, I do that all the time. I did it with Reek Grimes. I did it with Brett, you know.
Yeah.
So good, good.
I don't think. I mean, I still don't think it was. I mean, I still don't think it was necessarily a disappointment for him because I mean that's his first Arnold, and I mean he's really new. So, but he's older too, though, isn't he? In his late mid 30s. I think he's like 35, 34.
Is he
35.
really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh, I don't know, man.
yeah,
I'm not really sure. You might be right. I haven't
yeah,
checked how old he
yeah.
is. And okay, and then 7th was Regan Grimes. Now, once again, man, he looked good, but compared to the best guys in the world, it's a different ball game, man. You know, I mean, think about it. The only 2 guys that weren't in that lineup in the Olympia was Heidi and what do you call it?
Hmm.
Well, that's not true. Heidi,
Huddy, let's see who else.
Big Ramy, Nick Walker,
Yeah,
and Hunter, right?
Hunter. Yeah,
Yeah. All right. So never mind. Forget scratch that. Never mind. But you're putting him basically in in you know top 10 guys in the world, and
hmm,
you know, like I'm sure at you know an Indie Pro or a Cali Pro, he could probably do really well and hold his own.
yeah. Especially California, they like the kind of classic look there. Yeah,
Yeah. So I think you know again, just got to give him some more time. You know, Regan Grimes is a young guy. He's got a
hmm,
lot to fill out, and he's working with a great coach. So he's working with Milos too, right?
yeah,
So you know, just give the guys more time. You know, it's a big, you know, like I said, man. You know, the guys like Nick Walker, they only come around once in a while. Those guys are not normal.
yeah,
You got to give the young guys, time. You
yeah.
know,
10, 20 pounds a year. I mean, it's really, really. I mean, that's 20 pounds a year is a lot of weight. You know, I mean,
yeah, it really is. You
people
know,
don't see that, but I mean, that's a big deal. So
I mean, how old was Sean Roden when he finally won the Olympia? 40, something like.
42, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
41,
I mean, it took him a long time to get there,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
And
It takes most people a long time now, for sure.
yeah, it's not. Nobody's like Phil Heath, where you just in 5 shows you're fucking Mr. Olympia, you know.
Exactly.
You know.
But see, it seems like people expect that.
Yeah,
With Brett, yeah,
yeah. I mean, you see it. You even see it with Justin. You
yeah,
know, I mean, I know we fucked up on the finals, but every year it gets a little better, a little harder,
yeah,
a little bit more detailed, a little bit more muscular. You know.
yeah, yeah. He definitely. The other thing I saw was his his abs looked a lot better. Like he used to
Yeah.
have, especially the first night, like he was having washed out abs, and he must have trained them a lot in the off season, and they looked really like crisp. Like you could see all his abs and everything in the front double.
Yeah, he looked
Yeah.
phenomenal. There's no question.
Yeah.
On the prejudging, he looked phenomenal. I mean, you could I was even making an argument, for like, third,
Yeah, especially in the prejudging. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. But and then okay, so then you had you had Regan Grimes, and then you had Max Charles, who comes in 8th. And I don't know what the deal is with Max. I don't know what's going on. He has this tremendous upper body. His legs were always a little lagging, but when he was with Milos, he was able to compensate.
Yeah,
and
it came a lot drier too.
Yeah, and I don't know.
Well, I think the thing is, if you like the junk food, I mean, I'm just totally speculating, but if you like the junk food for loading and everything too, like you have to take a really heavy diuretic like Bumax or Dimidex or something like that. You can't just take like a Diazide or they'll be watery. So maybe that something like that happened where he didn't take strong enough diuretics.
Yeah, it could be, man. And I think there's a lot of bodybuilders out there who are satisfied with how far their genetics can take them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, who is the guy? Who is the bodybuilder from France who just recently retired? I forgot his name.
From France.
Yeah, and where his
with the gap teeth.
He had this
Lionel Becky.
Yeah, Lionel Becky. He had a tremendous physique, and once again, you look at him and go, if you just dieted a little harder, just a little bit harder, dude, you'd wreck everybody.
Well, he was diabetic too, and then he cured his diabetes or something. I don't know. Yeah, he's had some setbacks. He had some setbacks. Yeah,
I think there's a lot of guys like that don't really want to put the hard the suffering. They don't want to put the suffering in.
Yeah,
and that's really what separates the boys from the men, if you will.
Yeah,
the guys that are ready to die before they get on stage.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
and it's not. I mean, you know what it's like. It's not fun, man.
Yeah,
it really isn't. It's fun when you're on stage the day of. It's great, especially somebody like yourself that's cracking the top 6 at the national level shows.
Yeah.
But it's not fun leading up to that.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard. It just depends if you like a challenge,
And it's not certainly not fun for the girlfriends and the wives. That's for sure.
No, that's true. But I mean, I don't know. I think the most rewarding things in life, are a challenge. When you have to suffer for something.
Yeah.
That's when you get the most benefit out of it. Anything that's easy is usually not very rewarding. So
I used to.
I don't know. I think it just depends how you look at it. I think.
No, you're absolutely right. I agree. Obviously, the things that you suffer for the most are most, you appreciate the most. Yeah. But I remember I only did 4 shows, but I remember every show I did. The next day, I went out and bought my wife gifts.
Right.
I used to drive her fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's bad. Yeah.
I used to buy her flowers and gift cards, and I bought her sneakers one year, and I was like, it was like really bad.
Make up for it, yeah.
Yeah, it was really
take
really
on
bad.
Vacation or something.
Yeah, seriously, it was really bad. I wouldn't have sex with her for like a month. It was really bad. This is fucking bad. It was like
just gotta force yourself.
Yeah, and then I just then the last one I was like, what am I? I was already 37 the last one.
Yeah.
The last show I did. And I didn't have the size. I wasn't, I was on stage at like 180 pounds or something like that,
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, what am I doing? I don't have this, I'm not a big dude.
Mm-hmm.
And it was right before Classic Physique was.
Oh yeah.
It was 2014. It was the year right before Classic Physique.
Yeah.
I was like, forget it. If I do a national level show, I'm going to get my ass handed to me, and that's
I mean, you never know, but yeah,
you got to know your limitations, man.
Yeah.
I mean, a guy like you, you could tell, all right, you put some work in, and he could be pro. Like, you know what I mean? You could see it,
yeah, but it's just also, man, I mean, you just told me you're working 6 days a week, I mean, if you're doing
that's true.
I mean, it's just, it depends how you set your life up. You know, like my whole life is just set up around this, so this is all I have to do. You know, I mean,
That's a good point. Yeah.
but yeah, so I think that's a big thing too, because I remember I used to work at a commercial gym. I used to work at Equinox, and I think I was like, I don't know, 6 years ago or something,
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't get past 240 because I was walking all the time, and so I quit. You know, said I can't work here anymore. I can't get past 240. I'm walking because the Apple Watch said I was taking like 15 to 20,000 steps a day. I mean,
wow.
How are you gonna gain weight doing that? You know, so it just depends what you're doing, for a job and everything too. Like that's a big part of it.
Yeah, and if bodybuilding is going to be your future in your life, then you kind of don't have a choice. You're right.
Yeah.
The guys that have had full-time jobs like a Cedric McMillan,
Yeah, I mean, Ronnie did. He was a cop, right? At least police car. So
yeah, but the thing is, like, you can't compare yourself to those guys. Those guys are freaks of nature, man. Those guys are
that's
born.
True.
Those guys are born to be bodybuilders. I don't think Branch Warren or Johnny Jackson ever did a full rep in their life.
That's true.
And they were just massive human beings. It's unbelievable. It's just
it took Branch a long time though.
It did. He did not have. He had great genetics, but he didn't have Phil Heath or Ronnie Coleman genetics.
Yeah.
But all right. So then the last guy was the Brazilian guy who won the Arnold Amateur last year.
Yeah.
And did not look good at all.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, he won the amateur, so you might as well. I feel like if that point, you might as well do it if you get the invite.
Absolutely. If you like what's his name? Should definitely do it next year. The guy who turned pro this year.
Oh, Andrew Jacks.
Oh, dude, he looked good.
Yeah, he's really good, man.
He looked really good. Yeah. Like he definitely. Yeah, you're right. If you get that invitation, you might as well do it, man. You don't really get a lot of chances like that, as a bodybuilder. So you might as well do it. It's just
George Farah coached him.
Who coached him? I'm sorry.
George Farah.
Oh, sorry about that. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, George.
Mr. Whitefish.
Yeah. Is that what it is?
Yeah, his clients always smell like whitefish, man. There's a guy that I train with at my gym sometimes who is coached by Farah, and I'm like, dude, Jesus, because you eating you smell like whitefish constantly.
I don't even know what whitefish smells
like.
Fish
coming off. Oh my god, dude, it's like, yeah. If you need a bodybuilder that's eating whitefish in their contest prep, they're gonna smell like fish. Like, it comes out of your sweat, man.
Oh, fuck that, bro.
Yeah, but it's all year he's eating whitefish. I'm like, damn, can I get a break?
Yeah, no, that smelling like fish. It means you smell like vagina all the time. That sucks.
Yeah, it does suck, man.
Yeah, no, I would not want to smell like vagina all the time. Oh shit.
Yeah, like I can't do whitefish at all, man. I'll do chicken.
Yeah, I could eat. I love fish. I could eat fish. I have no problem with fish. And oddly enough, tilapia is my least favorite. But
yeah, well, tilapia is kind of gross.
It really is. But I could do salmon, and I could do, whitefish, cod. You go down the list.
But, I did tuna once for a prep, like a white albacore.
Yeah, tuna I could do. It's no problem. Yeah. I love always. I don't know if you know this, but on Italians on Christmas Eve, for Italian people, Christmas Eve is the big holiday, not Christmas Day.
Yeah, no, the same with Mexicans. Yeah, my girlfriend.
Oh, okay. And all we eat is shellfish.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's on Christmas Eve. It's just shellfish.
Yeah.
And my mother, she doesn't do the cooking anymore. She's getting too old. But my sister-in-law now does the cooking. But my mother used to make this shellfish salad,
and
it was nothing but like squid and octopus.
Oh man,
yeah, and of course you had some shrimp in there and scallops and whatnot, and it was phenomenal. It was fantastic.
Yeah,
and me and my brothers would devour it,
Oh, God.
And then my wife, the first time she had, my wife is Greek, so they don't do that, and and she's like, and I'm like, it's not bad. So she would just take it and then give me all the fish she doesn't like. So
yeah. Oh, I can't do fish, man. I just can't.
Yeah, it's either you do, you can, or you can't.
I can't do it.
So, did you follow any of the other? Did you follow the classic at all?
No, I don't know, man. I can't.
I know.
I can't. I just can't. I can't. I don't know. I just can't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I watched some of it.
I just watch the top guys.
Yeah.
Not the physique, the classic physique.
Yeah, I mean the Brazilian guy's cool. I mean, he's my favorite. If I were to pick my favorite one, it would be the Brazilian guy, Rafa or whatever.
Ramon Dino. Yeah, he did look good.
Yeah.
But Rough Diesel looked really, he pretty much brought the package that he needed to win. But I think that's becoming more. I think that's becoming more popular because it's more attainable.
That's what everybody likes. I mean, in my gym, it's all these kids, and that's what they like.
It's because it's more attainable.
Yeah.
Well, they think it's more attainable. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, do you remember before classic physique? Everybody was doing physique.
Yeah, that's true. Everybody was doing
and
yeah.
But the truth of the matter is, it's not much more attainable. To look like Rough Diesel, it's
Yeah, that's true.
It really, it's not. It isn't, and it's like it's hard for me to follow it thoroughly too, because to me it's like having an NBA for guys under 6 foot tall. Like, oh, you're not good enough here, but
that's true. Yeah.
if you're 5'11" and we bring the basket down a little bit, then I could watch it. To me, it's like you can't really get it.
I mean, I agree, but it seems like they have a big following of it. So
yeah. Did you ever notice that guys in the gym that work out and really into working out, maybe they don't know anything about bodybuilding, like as far as who the big players are.
Oh,
like it blows me away how like you could like be a competitive bodybuilder in the NPC.
Oh, my training partner who competes in bodybuilding, he doesn't really follow the sport,
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
To me, it's got to be just because it's such a self-centered sport.
Yeah.
And most of the people that do it are so self-centered.
I agree.
Like, why would they pay attention to the pro body? They just pay attention to themselves.
No, you're right.
I think that's what it is.
That you're probably right, because if you go to a football like a men's football league, right, and they're all gonna know what's going on in the NFL.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
If you go to a
gym, and you see a big guy in an he'll wear an MPC stringer.
Yeah, and he won't know who Big Ramy is.
No.
Like who?
Won't know who one. Yeah, any of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it just blows me away. It really.
Yeah, that was the thing with Piana. He did I remember there was a video of him and he was at the Olympia Expo, and he always had the longest line, and he would be like, these people, they don't really care about bodybuilding, and then he had the microphone. He yells out who won the New York Pro, and everyone just looks at him like,
no, it's the truth, man. It's amazing to me how that's the case. Blows me away.
I think it's also because it's such a subjective sport.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'll be a bodybuilding fan to the day I die, man. For some reason, I just fucking love it.
Yeah, me too.
But I love it, but I love it from a distance, if that makes sense. I like doing what I do with my YouTube channel, and interviewing bodybuilders. Every time I always got into the competitive aspect, and this isn't why I stopped competing. I stopped competing because I wasn't good enough. That's right. Every time I got into more of the competitive aspect and got into really getting to know the ins and outs of bodybuilding, it turned me off a lot. The people turned me off because, like you said, it's very selfish. It was this doesn't seem to be much loyalty.
You have to do it for yourself, and then the other side of that is at the last few weeks you're hating the gym, and usually you love the gym.
Yeah, right. That's true. Yeah,
that too. So
but I would see the girls backstage, and they would be the girls would be in the bikini girls or the figure girls, and they would have their boyfriends or husbands, and it was like, that's your boyfriend, that guy who's 150 pounds.
It's always like that, man. And it's like the other way around too.
And it's like the guy holding your mirror. That's
and the baby.
And the baby, yeah,
he'll have the baby, yeah,
and it's like, so did you just marry him because he holds the mirror for you?
No, I mean, I think that's the way it is, man. I think, and I think it's the other way around too.
What do you mean the other way around?
Like with men, my girlfriend isn't like a gym rat or anything. I mean, I don't want to go to the gym and work out with a girl. I mean,
oh no, me too. Like absolutely. I think it's more of a but what I mean by that is, like, I've seen your girlfriend, and she's very attractive. right? And you guys, even though you're a competitive bodybuilder, and when you say you're together, it's not like a shock.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you see the bikini girls or the girls
Right.
backstage,
Well, I guess so. Yeah.
and you go, that guy that looks like, that he needs to eat something. That's
Yeah.
your boyfriend. the
That's
guy,
true. Yeah.
the guy wearing, the guy wearing
Even,
the sweatpants with the loafers
yeah.
and
Even the female bodybuilders, man, they're with usually a lot of times like really small guys.
Yeah, well, but
Yeah.
the thing with the female bodybuilders is I understand that aspect of
Yeah.
it because female bodybuilders, most guys don't like girls with that much muscle, but bikini girls, they're all hot,
Yeah.
right? And they all have fake boobs and they're all
Yeah.
sexy, and it's like they can get any guy they want, but they just choose to be with the guy that follows them around with the
Yeah.
mirror and
Yeah.
and whatever else,
Yeah.
She probably like goes to the gym for 6 hours when it's his mother's birthday, and
Yeah.
I thought we were going to my mother's house. I got to go to the gym.
Yeah, absolutely.
and he's just like, I'm sorry, Ma, she's at the gym. I
can't. Totally.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Couldn't you go to the gym a little earlier and come to my mother's house for her birthday? She's gonna be 60. No, I can't. You know how it is. Definitely. I see the girls. I see them in my gym. The gym that I go to. Dude, I'm a regular guy at the gym.
Yeah.
Okay. I go to two different gyms, but there's one gym I go to where Justin Rodriguez trains at, Akeem Williams trains at, Sean Clarita trains at.
Which one, Apollon or whatever?
No, it's a Signature.
Diamond?
Signature.
Yeah.
So those three guys are like regulars there, and there's some other, and I'll go, and there's girls that work there, there's girls that work out there, and I'll go to the gym almost at the same time every day because I have a schedule,
Yeah.
And I'll see them, and they don't even the girls behind the counter, sometimes people will be like, they'll buy, you go there for a couple of years and they know your first name, and they go, have a good workout.
Yeah.
No, man, they don't even acknowledge you. It's like, and then like all the personal trainers will be walking by and they won't even acknowledge you. It's like, but I see you every day at the same time.
Yeah.
Find it odd that you don't say hello to me, but then when Akeem Williams walks in or Justin Rodriguez, then they go out of their fucking way to have a conversation with them, So I see the girls like that all the fucking time, but yeah, listen, it is what it is, man. That's
that's got to be East Coast, man, because out here on the West Coast, I don't think anybody cares about bodybuilding.
Yeah. I don't know. What if you go to Gold's Gym?
Gold's Gym, that's true.
But I don't know. Yeah, you might be right. I think it depends on the particular gym.
Yeah.
There's a lot of New Jersey has a lot of bodybuilders and competitors in it. It's really big. So it's almost oddly strange where it's like so and the girls they have no clue about the bodybuilders. They just know that they're wellness girls or a bikini girl or or whatever. And
you're right. It has to do with the gym. You're right. Because I got a free T-shirt.
Oh, that's right. You went to
Alexis gym.
Oh, how was it, man? I heard it's a great gym.
It was. Yeah, it's a really great gym. Totally.
Yeah, I'd love to go. I'd love to.
Really great gym. It wasn't as big as I expected.
Oh, really?
But great equipment. Yeah.
You know what I love? I love about how everybody says how they love a hardcore hole in the wall gym, and nobody goes to those.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, nobody goes to them.
Yeah, not anymore.
Not anymore. But they'll all say it. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's the kind of gym I go to."
On the East Coast, they do, right? Isn't don't they have Diamond gyms still, or do that?
Yeah, but they're few and far between. There's Diamond in New Jersey. There, but even the quote unquote hardcore gyms are nice now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Yeah. Even if you go to in Long Island, Bev Francis Powerhouse, it's a beautiful gym.
Yeah,
Diamond has that hardcore feel. There's one gym that has a hardcore feel, and it's been there forever. Bodyworks, and Maz Ali owns it. Maz Ali's a big promoter, bodybuilding promoter, and promoter in Jersey. And this is a hole in the wall. Like the first time I went there to work out, I was looking for the door.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and it's in the middle of a neighborhood that you normally wouldn't want to be in.
Yeah.
Dark, and I and it's just like you open the door and it's you walk down these steps and
Oh, it's in a basement. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
you're like, oh, okay, that's the gym. Okay.
Yeah.
But there's no like this. The sign's like this big above the door. You would
Yeah.
totally miss it, and there's creaks in the floor and everything.
Yeah.
And then there is Strong and Shapely, which is another hardcore gym in New Jersey. But the majority of people will go to a nice gym.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is fine. But I just don't know why everybody says I love a hardcore gym, and then they wind up you see them in New York Sports Club or something.
Yeah, well, the hardcore gyms aren't surviving.
No, they definitely aren't. No, that's for sure. Okay, so what else was there? Did you get to see the slapping contest?
No, they had the slapping contest.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Arnold Schwarzenegger and Paul Logan promoted the slap the shit out of you contest.
Yeah, I've seen those contests. Yeah.
Oh my god, I don't.
Did you watch it?
I didn't watch the one at Arnold, but I've seen them before.
Yeah, me too.
Did you ever see like the at the contest where they get slapped? The toughest guys, just stand there, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever see them the next day? Their faces out to here, dude. They're all swollen and blood vessels, bro. It's like, dude, really?
That's crazy.
Can't you find another hobby, bro? Like,
yeah, that's nuts. Yeah,
it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So good. So, what's on the agenda for you? What show are you going to be doing?
North Americans. It's
okay.
August 30th. So, yeah.
North Americans is August 30th. And where is it? In Pittsburgh?
Yeah. Pittsburgh. Yep.
Oh, pretty cool, man. All right. So you'll be on the East Coast.
Yeah.
All right. Very cool, man. Yeah. You'll do fine.
I was going to do the Universe, but I didn't. I guess it's a natural show. I had no idea. Everything besides open bodybuilding is in Masters. Masters bodybuilding is not natural, but open.
Yeah, because I messaged one of the guys that he's not the promoter, but he is the what do they call the guys that work backstage?
Yeah,
and he was one of my trainers at one point, and I asked him when he told me that, and he goes, "No, it's not a natural show," and I was like, "Oh, but if you say that,
no, just go look at the photos. You just go look at the photos. Yeah, I mean, like it's crazy the difference. It's always like the guys just can't get as hard. That's really like it's really really interesting to look like at shows like that. But yeah, it's always been just bodybuilding though. All the other divisions are not tested except bodybuilding, and they really do test. Apparently, that's
fucking weird. Why would bodybuilding be the only one?
I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah,
fucking weird. I don't know.
Even Masters, Yeah, because I was talking to Gary G6. You know him?
Is that the promoter from Pittsburgh?
Gary Turner. No, he was an animal athlete. He was on Universal and Animal. He's been on Animal forever. Gary Turner, and he's been trying to turn pro for years. He's a really big guy. I'll send you his Instagram when we're done. But I was talking to him, and that's what he was saying. He was waiting until he's going to be in Masters 30. He's going to be 36 next year. So he said if he didn't turn pro at the USA this year, he was going to do that. But that's how I found that out, because he's from the East Coast like you. And
okay.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Do you think Brandon is going to hold out till the Olympia?
I just think Ramy's so hard to beat. He's just so big, man. I think.
But I mean, do you think Brandon is going to not compete till the Olympia now?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
And what about Bonac? Do you think he's going to go to Boston?
I don't think he'll compete.
Yeah, no, I don't think so either. He doesn't have to, right? No, he does.
No, he does. Well, no, I think you can. I think if you come second at the Arnold, you can go to the Olympia.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I think it's top 3, maybe.
And I know this weekend coming up is the Boston Pro.
Yeah.
Which
Nate Spear, the guy who I was in nationals with, is competing in that.
Oh, okay.
He turned pro at nationals in my class. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I remember us talking about that.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
I'm looking forward to that one because Samson Dowd is doing that one. A lot of people are doing that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you should go watch it if you can be there.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to go up there. It's like a 5-hour drive or 6.
Oh, is it that long?
Yeah, it's fuck that. But I'll watch it. I'll watch it in the comfort of my home in New Jersey.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Like I did last night,
Yeah, live stream.
Me and my wife ordered it, right? Because it's funny. It's funny when you get a girlfriend or a wife, they just like the stuff you like.
Yeah, that's true. Hopefully.
They just like the stuff.
Not all of them.
Yeah, probably right. But you know, like my wife never was interested in bodybuilding
Yeah, well,
before
that's why
me.
she's your wife, man. A lot
Yeah,
of those,
that's a good point. Yeah,
yeah.
you know, and we all literally ordered pizza and watched the Arnold Classic, and then
Oh, that's cool.
and then
Yeah,
my wife was watching the wellness, and she's sitting
yeah,
there eating pizza, going, "Look at that girl's ass. That's so fake. That ass is fake. It's definitely."
yeah. A lot of them. Yeah, a lot of
She's like,
yeah.
meanwhile, the girl's like peeled out of her mind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
and my
Yeah,
wife,
but some of them
yeah,
from the side you can see
yeah,
like it's just like if it's round from the side, it's like you can tell like when they
yeah.
turn, it's like, oh yeah, that one definitely has some
Yeah,
oil in it.
the girl who came in second, you could definitely tell
Yeah.
it was you know, not that I don't care. Like I love a girl with curves, except that you know, they don't really like me. So
I don't know. I don't like the plastic surgery kind of deal.
look,
And
yeah,
I don't understand the Kim Kardashian stuff. I don't get it.
yeah. The thing is,
I've never got it.
I've always had a I am happily married, just to
Yeah.
let you know, but I've always had a thought addiction.
So you like the Kim Kardashian
So
deal?
I like dirty,
Yeah.
disgusting women. But I always knew that they were going to be the death of me. So I
Yeah.
made sure I married the right girl. You know what I mean? You know, but I always like I always said like I like girls that just destroy their family name. Just just like for generations on end.
For generations.
Yeah, yeah, generations have to ignore that you even existed. Like
That's too funny. Oh, God.
shit. All right, dude. I'm gonna let you go. Listen,
Yeah.
I really appreciate doing this, man. Like,
No, it's great.
I love doing. I love talking bodybuilding.
Anytime, yeah.
I did invite Vinny Galante, but he was actually in the Arnold Classic. He was not in, but he was there.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, I didn't realize that he was there.
Oh, so he's probably traveling.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. And he's a guy, dude. Vinny is. I don't know. Do you know who he is?
No.
Go look on. He's been competing forever since the 90s.
Yeah.
And he is 53. I've had him on my podcast several times because he's from Jersey, East Coast. Good.
Yeah.
He didn't turn pro till he was like in his mid to late 40s, something like that.
Yeah.
And he still does. He still competes every year at Masters as Matt, and he wins.
Yeah.
And he went, you know, he does, you know, he does really good in the Masters category.
The pro shows, yeah.
And as soon as I found out that they were having the Masters Olympia next year,
yeah, he's doing it.
I sent it to him. I was like, yeah, I know you're going to do this. And he put it all over his Instagram and everything.
Yeah.
But he is an old school bodybuilder with old school, like, you know, you got to, when, you know, it's fishing asparagus for 8 weeks kind of deal. You know what I mean? And tremendous symmetry, you know, and he's still doing it at 50, 52 or 53. He's going to be doing it till the day he dies. He just loves it. He's never given up.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, and he's, you know, and he's obviously established himself as a good trainer. He's got a whole, you know, makes a good living as a trainer and so on and so forth. And just, yeah, guy really looks good. So a lot of times if I give him a chance to come on and talk bodybuilding, he does it at the drop of a hat. But he was in Columbus.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so I don't know. Next time we'll do, I don't know, maybe we'll do another one. Next week's the Boston Pro.
Yeah, we can do. I mean, maybe we'll do that. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, Danny, listen, man, I'm going to let you go and tell your girlfriend that I appreciate you taking the time to do this. I know you guys were moving or something like that, right?
Yeah, I'm hoping to move, packing my stuff. Yeah.
So, tell her that I appreciate it.
Oh, no problem.
And, you know, maybe next time she could join us if she knows anything.
Oh, yeah.
And because my wife absolutely refuses to be seen on camera.
Oh, yeah.
There's no fucking way. Quick story before I let you go, because I could talk, man. In Italian, you say chiacchierone. So it means I don't shut up, you know?
Yeah.
So I remember when I first started this podcast, I was looking at all YouTube channels and stuff like that, because I really didn't know what direction I was going to take it in, you know? So I saw this one YouTube channel with a husband and wife, and all they do is like watch stupid shit. Right? They watch like funny shit and laugh, and they drink while they're watching it. And his wife has these fucking giant boobs, right? So my wife has giant boobs. So I showed her, and I was like, her name's Alyssa. I was like, Alyssa, look.
Let's do this.
And she looked at me, dead serious, dude, and was like, don't even think about it. I was like, all right, there goes that one. All right, forget
That's
it.
funny.
And I was like, but they don't do anything. Look at them. They have 50,000 subscribers, and it's all because she shows cleavage. And she's like, there's no way I'm doing it.
I mean, honestly, now I'm thinking do a bodybuilding show like that.
Dude, I will send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me because I think I should get Angela on board.
Dude, it's not a bit. You know, and all they do is sit there and watch goofy shit. Like they'll watch like South Park or something, and then they laugh and whatnot.
That's so weird, yeah.
And this girl has these jumbo, and she laughs and the boobs are bouncing.
That's why people watch it.
That's why people watch it. They don't watch it.
That's too funny.
No question about it. All right, brother, I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah, good seeing you.
All right, man. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, good seeing you.
Later.